Mr. Akkaraju, I didn't expect a marine specialist to be so fluent in Kannada poetry. It's wonderful. The way Mr. Akkaraju has taken to Kannada, Karnataka, Kannada culture. In fact, before coming here, we went to the NMPA pavilion also. There also, I think the Kannada culture was so much in abundance, not so much in our pavilion. I feel a little ashamed. Under the able leadership of Mr. Akkaraju, the NMPA has made great progress. At times, I feel that the NMPA is like what we call as an alad mara. Under the alad mara, no other tree will come. So that has literally been the fact as far as the Karnataka coast is concerned. I'm very happy that Mr. Akkaraju has set a wonderful context to this very meaningful discussion that we are going to have today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Mankal Vaidya, Minister for Ports and Fisheries, to this August gathering. And he has been our minister for the last 4-5 months, and I'm sure that he will be there for the remaining 4.5 years. Under his able leadership, we are expecting to have a great growth of the maritime sector in Karnataka. Under his visionary leadership, we have already seen in the last few weeks that what all the things that he wants to do for the Karnataka coast, and how far the Karnataka coast would benefit on account of the visionary leadership of Mr. Mankal Vaidya. We are also delighted to have Mr. Gaurav Gupta. Gaurav Gupta has been an expert not just in the maritime sector, because he has been he's been heading the infrastructure department of Karnataka, but he's also like an equally well versed in the industrial development of Karnataka. So with his very rich and vast experience of last 35 years, the maritime sector as well as all other sectors in the coastal part of Karnataka are going to greatly benefit. We are also extremely happy to have the Konkan Railway Corporation head also, Mr. Gupta, also with us here, as well as the 3 captains of industry from Sesa Goa, from Vedanta, as well as from JSW and Adani groups. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the most industrial people in Karnataka are in South India, are in the coastal part of Karnataka. And these people, our people from coastal part of Karnataka, have been successes everywhere across India. Whether you go to Bombay, Pune, or Hyderabad, or any part, or Bangalore, or any part of the country, they have been some of the most enterprising, some of the most industrious, and some of the most successful people in southern India, if not in the whole of India. But somehow, in the last 30-40 years, I feel that we have sort of held them back, but not by not providing the infrastructure facilities that they deserve. And one of the most important, the last major infrastructure facility that we created was the Konkan Rail. After the Konkan Rail, I don't think anything major industrial or infrastructure facility has happened in the coastal part of Karnataka. But again, not having provided is no reason for us to sit back. It is all the more reason for us to go back and get invested in the coastal part of Karnataka, because not just the people, any number of opportunities, including industrial activities, infrastructure activity, institutional activity, tourism activity, fisheries activity, even power generation activity, any number of opportunities are there before us in the coastal part of Karnataka. Now, this is the mandate before the Karnataka Maritime Board. This is the mandate that all of us want to take further. To take this mandate further, now under the able leadership of Mr. Gaurav Gupta, we are in the process of formulating the marine policy, the maritime policy for Karnataka. I'm sure that in the next few weeks, the maritime policy of Karnataka will get the cabinet approval and subsequently the approval of the Assembly of Karnataka Assembly also. With that, we are including almost anything and everything. Our policy itself is like a vision document. With the policy, we want to take the entire coast of Karnataka, starting from Karwar in the north to Mangalore and Ullal in the south. The entire the coastal part of Karnataka, some of the most industrial, some of the most happening places in Karnataka. For that, we have taken sufficient time to complete the drafting of the maritime policy, and that will see the success in the next few weeks. Having said that, we also have about 12 minor ports, in addition to Karwar being one of the, what we would like to call it as a major port. We also have some 12 major ports. The development of these 12 major ports is our immediate task. And for the development, before we actually take up the development of the minor ports, we have to provide proper access, both rail and road access to these minor ports. Once we provide a good rail as well as the road access to these minor ports, then we are in a better position to invite private participation in the development of these minor ports into major ports, smart ports, and whatnot. In addition to this, the fisheries has always been a very major activity in Karnataka. But nonetheless, the fishery activity has been what it has been for the last many decades and centuries. We want to bring in a new life to the fisheries activities in Karnataka also, both in terms of providing infrastructure, in terms of jetties, fisheries harbors, or smart landing places, and as well as deep sea fishing. Whatever we can do for deep sea fishing out of Karnataka coast, everything we are committed to providing all the facilities for deep sea fishing. The Karnataka coast has been one of the most beautiful places in India. And like any number of rivers and estuaries and deltas are there. And right next to our seashore, you will have the Western Ghats start off. So as such, it's both, the Western Ghats is there, and in less than, at times it is a couple of kilometers, at times it's 25 kilometers of coastal line. So then we have one of the most beautiful places in Karnataka, in India, in the coastal part of Karnataka. It is our responsibility to develop these, but eco-sensitive. With all the eco-sensitiveness, it is our responsibility to develop these places into great tourism spots also. That mandate is also there with Karnataka government. In addition, we are also looking at any opportunities for power generation, both solar as well as wind power generation in the coastal part of Karnataka. And whatever unconventional energy, that would give a fillip to all the industrial, institutional, fisheries activities that we are proposing for the coastal part of Karnataka. All this is possible only with the very positive intervention of our industrialists, our entrepreneurs. The Karnataka is open for business. We welcome each and everybody, whether small or big, each and every businessman, each and every business houses in the country, to come to Karnataka, to invest in Karnataka. We are there, Mr. Gaurav Gupta and myself, under the leadership of the minister, we are there to handhold any of our investment, as well as any of our businesses in Karnataka. Come to Karnataka, you will see a changed perspective, a changed attitude as far as the Karnataka is concerned. The past is behind us, but the future, we understand, is very bright, and that future is ahead of us. So come to Karnataka, invest in Karnataka, and grow with Karnataka. Thank you very much.
So, I needn't speak enough. The invitation has already been set. The entire session has been curated in a manner that the invitations are set by senior officials, and then subsequently, as we go along the session, we will be presenting investable projects which will attract and probably entice investors to come and visit our. And we also invite, after this session, please come and visit our pavilion at Hangar D, and we will be able to explain these projects in much larger detail. I now invite our Honorable Minister Shri Mankal Vaidya sir on the dais to give a special address as session chair.